Today I'm prepping for my gratitude collab that I'm doing with Creating with Jovi and Cindy A. Lewis and 18 other collaborators. And I have printed these out onto fabric. So if you want to know how I've done it, it's coming right up step by step. Very excited. Hi. So I just want to show you all the steps. So the first one, which I don't do very often, is ironing. So this is my tiny ironing board, and it is just basically this big because I know you can't see me anymore. I don't do a lot of ironing, and when I do, I just want to just grab it out, very quickly do the ironing and put it away. It's not my favourite thing in the world. So all I'm going to do is get most of these creases out. And the reason for that is because when you put this through your printer, you're going to be very grateful you haven't got creases all over your images. So I'm going to do both sides. I hardly ever do this. I think I iron my fabric for my crafting more than I iron my actual clothes. I only tend to iron my work clothes, and this is all I need to do. So iron your fabric as flat as you can. Try and get out all those creases because it will make a much better finish. Okay, and it won't get jammed in your printer. Fingers crossed. That could happen yet. So what do you need? Well, I am using these whole sticker sheets. They're like a whole page of a sticker. And I think this is going to work, hopefully, really well. You can get these, I have checked, you can get them on Amazon for about £14 and you get 100 pages. I'm very lucky because I got a big pile of them in my charity shop. So, you know, sorry if you can't find any. But they are the sort of thing that people do get rid of. You know, they think, oh, I'll buy them. They use them a couple of times. They don't want them anymore. So you may be lucky. So have a little mooch about your charity shops as well. Okay, so that's what I'm using on mine. Now, I know there was some writing on it somewhere, so I don't want to put the writing on. And I think this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, so don't worry, I've got an alternative if you can't get these. Or if you really want to do it and you haven't got the stuff yet. I don't think it's going to go that way, so we are going to have to go sort of long ways. Hopefully you can see. Right, so my plan, I'm going to stand up for this, you know, crucial bit. And what I thought was if I peel the backing, I don't really want to touch this bit, the sticky bit, because that may not help my cause. So try and do it without touching the sticky and pop it down like that. Stick it down onto your fabric. Step by step, very slowly and carefully, like you were putting film onto window. I don't know if you've ever done that, or putting something on, I don't know. I've done this before when I've covered my windows with the stuff that you can't see through in the bathroom, and all the way down. So that you have a whole piece. So if you can't wait to go and get some, I have another way. Now I've got a little wrinkle here. Could be because the box had got battered. So I won't put this end in my printer first. I'll put the other end in. And all I'm going to do is use my rotary cutter and cut it out. Now, I have in the past cut my fabric to the size of A4 and then sort of put some tape along the top. Put some tape along one edge and then fed it in, and I found I was getting more mistakes than I was like good results, because it just kept getting stuck. All the tape kept getting stuck in the printer. So I found this way, and I'm thinking it must work because that fabric is now very securely attached to the big sticker. Oops. So I'm trying to do this without bashing my head on my phone. Come on. If you haven't got one of the rotary cutters, obviously you can just do that with scissors. You know, I've got the tools, might as well use them. And instead of trying to pick the paper up, I'm just spinning it round and going all the way round. Now, everybody's printer is going to be different. I have an inkjet printer, just the Epsom basic, you know, all singing, all dancing, sort of cheapy, and it prints pretty good. It's a pretty good one. I'm going to show you, you don't need a laser printer, you know. I'm not going to be washing it. It's not going to be washed. So there we have our sticky sheet, and we've got a bit of an issue going on there. Let's just trim that bit off. There we go. So one big sticker sheet with fabric on the back. I know, how exciting is this? If you do not have or cannot wait to get, and you want to do it now, this may be an alternative. So to overcome the problem of not having them or wanting to have a little quick go, because, you know, it's inspiring and you want to have a go, double-sided sticky tape. Cover your paper with double-sided sticky tape. Obviously, I've only got really, really thin stuff, so it's going to take me ages and ages and ages. But if you've got the big wide stuff, you could do it that way. And when you've done it, do exactly what I did before. Take off the top layer, like one strip at a time. Put it down. Let me have a go. Right, hang on. Put it down onto your fabric. So peel one strip off, put it on your fabric, press it down. Peel your next bit. So just pull it up, peel your next bit, stick it down. You can, of course, just, you know, make sure you can grab them. So make them extra long on the edges, okay? And then you will just have to cut it out the same as what I did. And you've got your fabric on one side and your paper on the other. I'm going to try and show you how I print them. So this may work or it may not. Okay, so I choose one of the digitals and print. I always put it to fill entire paper, and I have colour fine. Okay, now we're just going to go and put it in the printer. Okay, so hopefully you can see this is my printer. It's a HP MV 540, and it just does all the things but really basic. And I like basic because the less things that are to go wrong, the better. Okay, so mine loads with the tray, this little tray at the bottom. And I know from using my printer that the fabric side at the bottom, because my pages print with the bottom, with the underneath that has the design on it. You know, that makes sense in my head. It just didn't come out right. So I load my printer, and we're now going to go and press the button and see how it prints. Wish me luck. Okay, so we've got colour fine, fill entire paper. Mine is A4. If you're in the US, it will probably be letter size. And we're just going to press print. And I would do that for all the pages that I want to print. But we'll just start off with this one. I'm not going to go through all the printing. So I'm super excited because I think it's worked. I'm very excited. Okay, right. So I have, this is the one, I've just done this one. This is the one that went a little bit wrong that I did with you. Not quite sure. I think it just got stuck as it went through. But, you know, these things happen. I'm not going to throw it away. I will use it. But we're going to just now peel the sticker from the back of the fabric. Hopefully. Of course, this could be the trickiest bit of the whole procedure. There we go. So, grab, there's like 2 layers now. So grab the sticky bit, like that, and your paper. There's paper, obviously, here. And then there's the sticky. So if you just peel, Jesus, off the sticky, like this, you've still got sticker paper. Have yourself a piece of the kit printed onto fabric. I just think this is so cool. And I've done a few. This is going to be the cover of my little project. I will be showing you next week all the kit that I'm going to be using. This is just part of it. So I've done a few more. Look at how well those colours come out. And I've also printed out all the quotes and stuff onto paper. But I'll show you all that next week when we start the collab properly. I just wanted to start this bit. I just wanted to do this bit first. But I am chuffed to pieces, absolutely, at how well that turned out. I'm very excited to start. And what I'm going to do, right, we're going to get to it now. We've done all the cool stuff. So I'm going to make a little, I think, snippet, a roll. We're going to do a roll. And it's going to be a gratitude roll because that's the kit. And the collab is a gratitude collab. I'm going to move this sticky paper out the way a minute. It could be fly paper. Could put it up to catch the flies. Right, so I'm going to do it about, I think it's 5.5 inches. I did measure it. So for my little cover, maybe 5.5 inches. So I'm going to cut a strip. In fact, I'll go a long way. It is 5.5, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's a good job I checked. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5.5. Okay, I did check it right. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and cut a strip. I don't know how long. We're just going to wing it. But I do have this quite thick, chunky fabric that I can play with. So it's going to be however long that piece of fabric is. You know me, don't do a lot of measuring. And I'll just fold it, measure, where my measuring thing is gone. I may have to turn this round. I'm going to do it the width of this, which is 6. And I'm just going to go through and hopefully be able to go through both these bits of fabric. There we go. My blade is still sharp. Okay, there we go. And that's going to be the base for our little project. I'm very excited. And as you know, I am super, super frugal. So I am going to try and reuse them. Yep, this may not work, but hey, we'll give it a go. So I'm just going to go quickly get it down. Give it a bit of a press with this to get any of the bubbles out. And I'm going to try and print some more on it. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. It sort of worked. It's gone a bit wobbly, but you know, that could just be my printer. And oh my goodness, look at that. I think one piece has done at least two, and I think that's probably it. It's not very sticky anymore, but I've got two runs through my printer out of one piece of my sticker page. It's a bit battered. There you go. Be frugal like me. I'm going to cut. I've got my fabric scissors and I'm just going to cut this out. Can't wait to start doing this. It's going to be so much fun, guys. If you do want to grab hold of the kit and craft along with me, I'll leave the link to Jovi's kit and to Cindy's Facebook group where you can get this freebie download in the description box under the video. So look, if we had that as our first page. So the idea in my head is that this rolls up to make like a scroll, one or the other. And when it's all wound up, you've got this gorgeous bit on the outside, like that. How cool is that? I love that. And then what we'll do is we can open it up and then we can do the next bit. Oh, yes. Please join me next week. We are going to have some fun with this gratitude collab. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week and happy wonky stitching. Bye.